All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kwitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so this is part 3, man. All right, of going into this book by Eustace Mullins. All right, murder by injection. All right, this is the third part of the what's the chapter called? Contamination of the food chain. All right, chapter 8, contamination of the food chain. All right, so this is the third part, and I'm just gonna pick up where I left off on part 2. So I suggest you watch those other the first 2 videos, man, that I did. All right, so I'm gonna just pick off where I left off at. All right, so it says though. Now this book, let me say something. Now this book goes into the the witchcraft and the sorcery of the food industry and the medical industry, man. All the unethical practices that they practice, man, of the food industry and the medical industry. All right, because the whole point is to cause disease, to bring in money. All right, through the food, man. All right, it says the Washington Post, all right, January 23rd, 1988, noted that of 60,000 chemicals now in general use, all right, only 2% have been tested for toxicity. All right, many Americans can testify about the drastic effects, all right, of many chemicals, especially pesticides. Coleman McCarthy recently complained in his Washington Post column that the environmental war against bugs escalate as a war against people. Yeah, because the same thing, all these pesticides and these insecticides that they use, all right, they go on the foods and all that, man. All right, into the soil of the earth. All of that, bro. So even if you stop using it, all right, the new foods that still hasn't been sprayed with insecticide, all right, is still growing in that soil that has insecticide and pesticides in it, man. It says the environmental, all right, war against bugs escalates as a war against people. The widespread use of such chemicals as 7, all right, malathion and serbin on private lawns, golf courses, and public parks has resulted in a number of deaths, with an unknown number whose cause was never recorded. All right, one man in a Washington suburb walked across a recently sprayed golf course. He went home and died. He had absorbed a lethal amount of pesticide through his low-cut ankle socks, and these are the type of pesticides and insecticides they put in our foods, man. All right, a cardiovascular surgeon who has treated 17,000 patients in the last 12 years at his environmental health center in Dallas estimates that between 10 and 20% of the American population is being seriously harmed by chemicals. Thousands of school children, all right, sit in classrooms for 6 hours a day breathing in residues of asbestos, formaldehyde, and other chemicals which the school officials have no idea are present. One physician graphically recorded her illness in the New Yorker, January 4th, 1988. She was suffering from a tightness in the chest, wheezing, gastrointestinal problems, anorexia, nausea, vomiting, and cramps, as well as weight loss, fatigue, and general twitching. She sought aid from another physician who was puzzled by these symptoms. She finally looked in a medical book and found all of her symptoms listed together as the result of exposure to organophosphates pesticide. All right. She had a weekend cottage in which her exterminator had used organophosphates to kill an invasion of small ants. On subsequent weekends, she had been sitting in the fumigation chamber. Whenever she went into her cottage, the exterminator had used Dershan, an organophosphate, a ficam, all right, and ficam or ficam, all right, a methyl carbonate, all right. After finding out what her problem was, she was unable to counter them with the recommended treatment, oral atropine, but she found that her system had now become sensitized to these pesticides. If she went into any area where they had been used, all of her symptoms returned. Crazy. All right. This physician, all right, Riley pointed, all right, This physician, Riley, pointed out that it is routine for physicians to diagnose her symptoms as psychosomatic or even as mental illness because she was a physician herself. That's crazy. All right. The doctor she had consulted had not turned her away with this standard response. All right. Which is given with a prescription of liberal amounts of Valium, all right, or Librium, all right. The list of poisons encountered in everyday life is a long one. Right? For years, people died suddenly from inhaling the fumes of a common cleaning agent, carbon tetrachloride. All right, but it took years before it was finally withdrawn from general sale. Recent reports found that 35% of all chickens in grocery store meat boxes contain significant amounts of salmonella, a notorious cause of drastic illness and death. All right. 12 million pounds of cyclamates, all right, a year are now used in foodstuffs. All right, so let's look up what cyclamates are. All right. So it says 12 million pounds. 12 million pounds of cyclamates or cyclamates, all right, clamates, all right, a year are now used in foodstuff. All right, so let's look up what that is. All right, cyclamate is an artificial sweetener that is a salt of cyclohexylsulfamic acid. All right, cyclohexylsulfamic acid. All right, it is a white odorless crystalline powder that is 30 to 50 times sweeter than sucrose. Woo. All right, cyclamate is not metabolized by the human body. That's crazy, which means it can't be processed. Right? Cyclamate is not metabolized by the human body and is therefore considered a non-nutritive sweetener. All right? So it says 12 million pounds of cyclamates a year are now used in foodstuff. This is mostly produced by Abbott Laboratories. A University of Wisconsin study in 1966 recommended that cyclamates be removed from all foodstuff. It was found that the ingestion of cyclamates, all right, affected the eye's reaction to light. Cyclamates were also found to cause excess loss of potassium if a person was using one of the very common thiazide drugs for high blood pressure. Wow, that's crazy. All right, it says cyclamates, all right, were also found to cause excessive loss of potassium if a person was using one of the very common thiazide drugs, all right, for high blood pressure, as millions of Americans do. It was also found that cyclamates interfered with the action of diabetic drugs, Although the purpose of the widespread use was advertised to be a solution to the problems of diabetics who would thereby consume less sugar, it also shows indications of causing bladder cancer. Wow. Crazy, bro. All these drugs and chemicals they put in the food, bro. Till this day, bro, it's even worse now. That's why you people are so brainwashed and your spirit is done. Because these drugs are to keep you simple and following the sheep, are being simple sheep and following the masses, blindly following the masses, bro. You know, these people are so docile, bro. And really, they put these chemicals in the food to destroy who? The Israelites. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. That's what it's really for, you know? Especially nowadays, they see the prophets out here. All right. In Midland, Michigan, all right, DOW Chemical had to shut down its 2, 4, 5 tea plants, all right, because the workers were suffering from chloracne, a skin disease for which there is no known method of treatment. Yeah, so even the own workers were being poisoned by the chemicals they were being worked with, what they were working with, man. That's crazy, bro. All right, in Midland, Michigan, DOW Chemical had to shut down its 2, 4, 5 tea plants because of the workers were suffering from chloracne, all right, a skin disease for which there is no known method of treatment. For years, oranges had been guzzied up for public sale by coating them with biethanol, a chemical which is used in the embalming process of mortuary. Bro, that's... Oh, man. All right. That's crazy. It says, oranges have been guzzied up, all right, for public sale by coating them with biethanol. We're going to get it real quick, all right? With biethanol, all right, the chemical which is used in the embalming process in mortuaries. Yeah, all right. So, let's see this real quick, all right? Biethanol is an organic compound with many uses and properties. All right. Appearance: biethanol is a colorless to yellow solid with a pleasant color. All right. Melting point. All right. Let's read this real quick. It says biethanol is highly toxic. And they used to drown oranges in this, like it says right here. All right. It says, all right, oranges had been guzzied up for the public sale by coating them with biethanol. And then when you read here, biethanol is highly toxic. All right. Biethanol is found naturally in coal tar, crude oil, and natural gas. Biethanol is used in the production of heat transfer fluids, plastics, optical brighteners, hydraulic fluids, and more. Wow, bro. It was also formerly used as a fungicide for citrus crops. That's crazy, bro. All right. Eye, irrigate immediately. Skin, flush immediately with water. So when biethanol touches your skin, you're supposed to flush your skin immediately. You're supposed to wash that shit off immediately. If you swallow it, it says seek immediate medical attention. All right. Biethanol is highly toxic. Yo, Esau gotta go, bro. Esau has to go, bro. It says biethanol is a benzoid, all right, benzenoid aromatic compound that consists of 2 benzene rings connected by a single covalent bond. All right. Esau gotta go, bro. Esau gotta go. It says one of the world's most widely consumed foodstuffs is pasta, the Italian word for paste. All right. In fact, pasta or spaghetti is ground wheat, which is mixed with water to form a paste. Yep. All right. In libraries, it is known. Wait, it says in libraries, it is known as library paste. Millions of people eat this congealed paste every day. Macaroni, another common food, is dehydrated concentrated starch. Milk is the most mucus forming part of the average American diet. Drinking milk causes the system to become clogged, resulting in colds, which often develop into flu, asthma, or pneumonia. Some 75% of the world's population is unable to digest cow's milk, a fact which has never discouraged a single dairy company from advertising on television that milk is good for you. Yeah, they say milk, it's good for your bones and, because of the calcium or whatever. Bro, nothing but lies and lies and top of lies. Yeah, maybe raw milk, because there's no poison and no type of, chemicals in it, because what they do is pasteurize it. They heat it up, killing all the good proteins and nutrients in the milk, and then they serve it to you. They feed the cows with a chemical called BST, I think it's called, or RGB or something like that. Yeah, man. Look it up. All right. It says soft drinks contain large amounts of chemical citric acid, and citric acid also comes from black mold. All right, synthetic citric acid, it comes from black mold. Look it up. All right. Soft drinks contain large amounts of chemical citric acid, which acts to increase the acidity level of the entire body. All right, you want your body to be alkaline, man, not acidic, man. All right, the results are frequently manifested as mouth cankers and duodenal ulcers. All right. Caramel, which is nothing but burnt sugar. Caramel, also widely used, is prepared from ammonia. Its ingestion causes mental disorder in children. Cola drinks, from a derivative of cocaine, increased heart action, causes irritability of the nerves and resultant insomnia, and can cause paralysis of the heart. Beer contains gypsum, which is better known as plaster of Paris. Let's look up what gypsum is, all right? I looked it up before, all right, but I'm going to get it for edification's sake, man. All right, let's get it. Gypsum. All right, gypsum is a soft sulfate mineral that has many uses, including construction. All right, gypsum is used in drywall, plaster, and concrete for buildings, bridges, and highways. Come on, man. It's also used in fertilizer. Gypsum can be used as a fertilizer to provide crops with calcium and sulfur. All right. Soil conditioner. All right. Gypsum can be used to condition soil in agriculture and suburban areas. All right. It can also help plants access moisture in soil that is high in sodium. All right. Yeah, like it says right here, widely mined and is used as a fertilizer and as the main constituent in many forms of plaster, drywall, and blackboard or sidewalk chalk. Gypsum also crystallizes as translucent crystals of selenite, all right, like this. All right, let's see what it says right here. It says gypsum products are not classified as dangerous according to the EU CLP regulations. All right, We reading right here that they use it for drywall, plaster, and concrete. All right. It says if ingested, wash out the mouth and drink plenty of water. So if it was good for you, why would we have to wash out our mouth and drink plenty of water? Because you know that water cleanses everything. All right. So let's go back. It says beer contains gypsum, which is better known as plaster of Paris. Hops in beer cause a hypnotic effect and can cause delirium tremens. All right, the only case of delirium tremens, all right, ever observed by the present writer occurred in a soldier who drank nothing stronger than beer. All right. This puzzled me at the time because I had always heard that delirium tremens was found only in those who ingested large quantities of hard liquor. All right, but people get it from drinking beer too. All right, which it's. I think delirium tremens is when you have like these strong withdrawals that can like cause death. All right, matter of fact, let's look it up. Let's fact check myself real quick. All right. It says right here, delirium tremens usually starts 2 to 5 days after the last drink, and it can be fatal. Shaking, confusion, high blood pressure, fever, and hallucinations are some symptoms. All right. Alcoholism treatment may start with detoxification at a medical facility. Sedatives may prevent delirium tremens. All right, delirium tremens, also known as DT, also known as alcohol withdrawal delirium, is the most severe form of ethanol withdrawals. All right. All right, it says hops in beer can cause the hypnotic effect and can cause delirium tremens. So that hops is like hops comes from the earth. It's like a plant. All right. It says widely used for food additives, colors, and seasonings include cochineal, all right, used to produce a bright red color. It is made from the bodies of dried lice. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Yo. That's crazy, bro. Esau gotta go, bro. Esau gotta go, bro. Because Esau controls everything. He controls the FDA, the WHO, the everything, man. The elite banking families, Esau Edom, starting with the elite banking families, they control all associations and all, FDA and everything, man. And Esau being the wicked, they do all of this, man. Esau has to go, bro, for real, for real. The wickedness of Esau is a wickedness that people cannot fathom, bro. He's the devil. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the elite banking families. It says widely used food additives, colors, and seasonings include, all right, cochineal, all right, however you pronounce that word, cochineal, all right, I'll say it like that, all right, used to produce a bright red color. It is made from the bodies of dried lice. All right, let's look that up. All right, let's see if that's, Yup. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy, bro. And the first thing that comes up is lice. Or these are lice, yeah. Right? It says this article is about the crimson-dyed product insect of the Dactylopidae family. No, not to be confused with the crimson-dyed producing insects. All right, let's see what this says real quick. All right, it says they appear to be safe. Yeah, okay. All right, except that a small percentage of consumers suffer allergic reactions ranging from hives to life-threatening shock. All right, anaphylactic shock. Yo, that's bro. All right, that's crazy. Let me go into this real quick. All right, a primarily sessile parasite. It comes from a fucking parasite, bro. Native to tropic and subtropical South America through North America, this insect lives on cacti. All right, feeding on plants' moisture and nutrients. The insects are found on the pads of prickly pear cacti, collected by brushing them off plants and dried. Yeah, they're dry. Yo, that's. And like homie said, like Eustace Mullins said, it says they produce a bright red color. We're reading it right here. Used to produce a bright red color. It says right here, all right, the cochineal, all right, is a scale insect of the suborder Sternorhyncha, from which the natural dye carmine is derived, all right, which produces a red color. Like it says right here, it says the crimson dye. Crimson is red. Crimson is red. All right, because that's where you get the word that's where you get the word crime from. The word crime, it comes from the word crimson, which means red. That's why when you get caught doing a crime, they say, "Oh, I caught you red-handed." You know? All right. It says food colors have been the subjects of warnings for many years. All right, Arthur Collett in 1933 published findings that the widely used colors violet 1 and citrus red 2, all right, used for coloring oranges were definitely carcinogenic. All right, meaning carcinogenic means something that causes cancer. All right, so all these dyes and food colorings, they all poison, bro, cause cancer, all types of autism. All right, a few years ago, a number of health cure products featuring hexochlorophene, a highly recommended antiseptic substance, were hastily withdrawn from the market. All right. It says, let's keep reading. It says, it was found that Physahex, a product then used daily in every hospital in the United States, had caused death when rubbed on the skin of babies. Wow. All right. Physahex was also featured in feminine hygiene sprays, dial soap, shampoos, toothpaste, and many feminine cosmetics. All of these products contain dangerous concentrations of hexochlorophene. Bro. It says not only was it manufactured from the same chemical as those deadly weed killers, all right, 2,4,5-T and 2,4-D, it is also closely related to deadly dioxin, all right, which has been much in the news. All right, let's look up dioxin. All right. Let's look up dioxin. All right. Let's get it, man. All right. Dioxins are a group of toxic chemicals, compounds, all right, that are persistent, all right, environmental pollutants. All right. They are highly toxic and can cause cancer, reproductive, and developmental problems. All right, reproductive and developmental problems, damage to the immune system, hormone interference. All right, this is dioxins are produced by a variety of human activities and natural processes include incomplete burning of household and industrial waste, bleaching of paper pulp, manufacturing of chlorinated chemicals. All right. Crazy, bro. All right. And this is what's in the products, man. All right. It is also closely related to the deadly dioxin, which has been much in the news. It was only after many years of healthcare used that products containing hexachlorophene were found to produce dangerous reaction in babies, and babies washed or rubbed with any products containing it. Although the relationship with the deadly dioxin was only made public much later, even with this revelation, it required a 10-year struggle to get the highly profitable hexachlorophene products off the market. All right. I think I'm going to just read this, and then that'll be the end of the video. All right. It says the commonly used food colors, all right, amaranth, all right, Bordeaux, orange, prosine, all right, orange, which is yellow, prosine, all derived from compounding nitrogen and benzene, a distillate of coal, which is also a commonly used motor fuel. All right, manufacturers dyed their beverage with naphthol, all right, naphthol, all right, Guinea green, which is derived from the reaction of chloroform and benzene, all right, and aluminum chloride to produce a dark green. Tartrazine, yellow, is manufactured by producing a reaction of acetophene, all right, acetophene, all right, on diazomethane, all right, to produce a poisonous chemical which is then used in coloring food, bro. All right. Dr. Samuel West explains the death from shock, which often occurs just after an accident or an operation, results from trapped blood proteins which attract excess sodium and cause the death of the body, beginning at the cell level. All right. Recommendations for better nutrition include eating starches with fats or green vegetables, eating fruits alone, and seasoning with herbs. All right. The effect of herbs is that they work electrically, all right, on the system, meaning that they work quickly and that they cause miraculous changes. All right, the admonitions, all right, to drink cow's milk forbear, all right, from explaining that cow's milk is a substance far removed in nature from human mother's milk. It contains 300 more casein because it is designed by nature for a calf, which can increase its gross weight, all right, from 1 to 2,000 pounds in 6 to 8 weeks. No human grows at such a fast rate, all right. So Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai Raktazah, this lesson was edifying. That is part 3. I'm going to end it right here, man. I want to say call Halalyam, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal Kritash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. All right, shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right, you are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so hope this, reading this book is edifying to y'all, man. The scriptures say, be not ignorant in any matter, small or great, man. So with that being said, until the next one, shalom, shalom.